Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your reading today. This particular reading is for the sign of Libra. Right, so I'm going to take a look into the energies that are currently influencing you, and then after that, I'll be doing your 9-card tarot spread to get some further details on the situation. Alright, let's see. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, whoops, I don't know why I was... Alright, so... at the bottom of the deck here, okay. Alright. So at the bottom of the deck here, we have desiring transformation with card number 5, hiding, as well as card number 14, sleeping. Alright, so for one thing, I get that maybe May 14th may have some significance here. Now, with desiring transformation, okay, and then the other two cards, now I feel like, alright, so first let's speak to desiring transformation and hiding, okay? I definitely get that either you or somebody, well, yeah, no, I'm going to say that this is speaking to you, okay, because this is the energies that are currently influencing you. I get that you're currently, like, holding them back from people, like, purposefully. I feel like you're making a plan. You're putting something together here, and, you know, on the surface here, it looks like you're resting, okay? And, I mean, you could be also actually resting. Like, this is, like, probably the best time to rest, because I feel like a buildup of energy here. Like, energy has been building over time, and I feel like, you know, it's in this hiding card here. I feel like, you know, there is something big that you're planning, and I feel like, you know, this is a part of a transformation you're going through, because you're hiding whatever it is you're going through, you're hiding whatever it is you're planning from everybody around you. This is something that you're doing on your own, in secret, behind closed doors. And, you know, it makes sense that there's this buildup of energy here, because, you know, you're taking the time to really care for yourself, right? You're taking the time to rest and rejuvenate. And with this desiring transformation card, you know, I definitely get that you've been going through, like, a sort of, like, inner transformation where, like, your perspective on a particular situation could have changed. Your perspective when it comes to even people, right? Your perspective when it comes to intimacy and what it actually means for you could very well have changed, or it could be in the process of changing, which is what's influencing this plan, this decision to pull back from people and, you know, take this time to put together your next steps forward here. And underneath all of that is fall. So, you know, maybe you'll be taking action on this particular plan in the fall time. And again, you know, fall, the quiet joy of transition. I mean, that also sums that all up. Alright, now, I get the vibe that this, like, plan has to do with an intimate connection here, because what this didn't, okay, desiring intimacy, it didn't exactly come out in the spread, But for whatever reason, okay, as I drew the two cards, I usually draw just like two cards for the, current energies influencing you. But for whatever reason, I like just continued to pull another card right after that. And then when I noticed, I was like, oh, let me stop there. I only have room for two cards here, right? Now, that gives me the vibe that, a particular intimate situation is going to be of significance here. There could very well be, that's why I also got the vibe that, like, with desiring transformation and then to get desiring intimacy, like, there could definitely have been a change in the way you perceive um, intimacy, or what intimacy means to you. Now, to get into the spread here, we have card number 7, empowering. Where is this going to focus? Thank you. Alright, let's see. Whoops, that is upside down, and that is also in Italian. Alright, where's the English? Alright, the action associated with this card is give of yourself. The advice is release the ego. Alright, the description of this card reads, your light is brighter when you encourage others to shine. Grow strong by lifting others up. Go to those you love, give the world and other people that you wish to receive. Watch your dreams pour forth and come to fruition in exciting and unexpected ways. Empower yourself by taking action and being self-reliant. Use clarity and conviction to elevate yourself and the situation. Summon the greatest support you have ever received. Know the universe supports you and your plan. Talk about that plan. Yours is the sacred work of the soul. The invisible world is alive and full of energy supporting your intention. Believe in angels. Listen to guides. Allow truth to radiate. You know what needs to be done. Libra. You know a cat is empowering you when you feel their laser beam focus. They look through your exterior and stare into the heart of the matter and into the deepest wells of your soul. Gain power from this gaze. Reflect and shower others in feline power and gracious energy. This is not a gift to be given lightly, yet your gift need not be earned. There is great respect in delivering and receiving power. Whether it's with another or with your familiar, the result is the same and everyone benefits. Alright, I love the fact that in here it says, the invisible world is alive and full of energy supporting your intention. Believe in angels, listen to guides, allow truth to radiate. You know what needs to be done. So I definitely get here that there's, what you're about to do, right? A big part of this plan is following your intuition here. Understanding that you have all the answers that you need within yourself. You already know what needs to be done. Maybe you just need to, take this time to yourself to really connect with yourself. Maybe meditate or, do something that just like makes you feel good, something that makes you feel happy, that allows you to detach rather from any particular outcome, and just like, in a sense, like cracks you open and like opens you up to receive messages. And that could be anything, right? That could, like, you can receive a message while simply doing chores, right? It depends on your state of mind, your state of being. Like, say, like, when you do chores, you listen to music, you sing, you dance, right? You enjoy yourself, you thoroughly enjoy it. And that is something that can open you up to receiving the messages that you need. And it speaks about, empowering yourself by taking action and being self-reliant, using clarity and conviction to elevate yourself and the situation. Now, when it speaks to summoning the greatest support you have ever received and then stating, know the universe supports you in your plan, right? That that universal knowing, right? That inner knowing, that connection to you, then connecting you just as deep to the universe, which is why it is so important to truly be connected to yourself, with yourself. That's why, a big part of anybody's journey is learning about themselves, understanding how to work with themselves. Now, it. Whoops, that was the wrong card. Ooh. Now, I get that you could be somebody that has like a very powerful like gaze, like your eyes are very powerful. The way you look at a person or people, the way you even look at a crowd, right? I feel like your eyes are part of like what really helps you to connect with others, to see into others. And even though you're looking through your actual eyes, like you're seeing into people's souls. It's like you're not even using your actual eyes. It's like it's like a sort of it's like a projection, right? You're projecting like your soul. You can see into other people's souls through their eyes. Okay. I feel like there's so much power in how you look at people, right? Meaning like your eyes. It could even be your perception, but here I get a very strong like connection. It could even be your third eye, because if you look here in the picture, right, they're connecting at the third eye. That's where that energy center is, right there. You could definitely have like some sort of like even psychic abilities. I mean, I feel like we all do, but it's a matter of actually like again connecting with yourself deep enough to see and understand that. Now, next up we have card number 4, knowing, which speaks to trusting yourself, aka connecting with your intuition. Alright, now the action here is trust. And the advice for this card is express yourself in every way. Excuse me. The description of this card reads, the pyramid reflects ancient knowledge. Trust in the articulation of your mind. Feel the knowing of your body. Embrace the teachings of the soul. Learning is an act of remembering. Self-doubt and fear kills inspiration and imagination. Stop comparing yourself to other people. You exist in a league of your own. Listen for what is known in the cells of the body. Trust the depths of the brain. How do you know what you know? What will you do with your knowledge? Express yourself without reservations. Articulation comes with ease, and your words hit their intended mark. You are understood and respected when you make yourself clear. Cats trust what they know. You can trust inner knowledge. What you know may not make sense logically, but follow your instincts keenly. The choices you make about people and experiences need no apology or explanation. Walk away when your work is done. How do you want your expressions to be honored in the world? What is your legacy? What do you leave behind for those who will walk in your footsteps? Again, I feel like there's just so much here about like using your intuition to know when to make this forward movement, right? When to take action on this plan that you've been working on. And a lot of that, right? A lot of this is requiring, for you to trust yourself, and in turn, trusting the universe, trusting your intuition, that you're recognizing all of the signs and synchronicities that are being provided for you to show you which direction to go, when to go, where to go, like all of that. And I love how it speaks about, learning is an act of remembering, and how, self-doubt and fear kills inspiration and imagination. And a part of that is, comparing yourself to other people, which, nowadays that is extremely common, especially, because of social media, because of society and its influence upon people and, how they feel about themselves. And because, a lot more times than not, like, especially if you're a woman, you're made to feel shitty about yourself. You're made to feel really like you have no power, right? You're made to feel like, you may have to rely on others, maybe even particularly men, but you're made to believe a lot of things that are not true, so that it's easier to control you, it's easier to influence you. And I feel like, you're not the kind of person to fall for those things. I feel like, you're a very independent thinker. You do things that others may not agree with, but you don't care. Because it makes you happy, it feels right to you, right? Because it makes you feel fulfilled, and you feel fulfilled on your own. You're happy on your own. But here, the Eight of Swords just flipped out of the deck while I was shuffling, which gives me the vibe that maybe you don't see all of that. Maybe you're having a difficulty seeing past what you've been taught by society, by, maybe even like your parents, your family, the people that you grew up around that, really influence who you rather become as you grow up. These are the people that influence, your thoughts, the way you view yourself and others, the way you operate, especially in like situations that involve other people. Like here, now the Seven of Swords flipped out while I was shuffling, and I feel like, these people, in a sense, by giving you that sort of mindset, like they've really like betrayed you, because in a sense that's like setting you up for failure, they essentially have you betray yourself with this sort of like, with these mindsets, with the things that they put in your head growing up. And I feel like, with that Eight of Swords, you're not seeing that, but I feel like you're starting to see that now, and that's part of this transformation, because here with the Queen of Wands, right, you're holding that sword up and you're letting people know, right? You're being vocal now about your wants and needs. You're being vocal, about who you are. And if anybody has anything to say, if anybody has any objections, you're letting them know. You're not afraid to come out. You don't need that kind of shit in your life. Alright, now 1, 2, 3. Let's get this started. Alright, it's not too bad at all. This is actually looking pretty good here. Alright. There may even be a sort of celebration here of some sort of connection. Maybe there's progress in a particular connection. Maybe something that somebody may have gone silent. Maybe both of you have sort of just left things in a sense. Interesting. Alright, so at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Four of Swords. Alright, autofocus. We have the Four of Swords. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Nine of Cups. Is that focused? It could be better. There we go. Oh man, alright. So I definitely get the vibe here that like you've definitely been on a healing journey, a healing path. And on that path, you've really been diving into spirituality, and you've been learning so much, not only about yourself, but also, about the universe and how it works, how it operates. And this is what's helping you to, find this wish fulfillment here. Because at the, below the Nine of Cups, at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Magician. So, the Magician and the Hierophant here speaks to like a sort of like spiritual mastery. Like, I feel like now you understand, what you're fully capable of. You understand, that you have all of the tools that you need in order to move forward in whichever fashion you would like and do whatever it is that you would like here. And I feel like that's what ultimately, like, helps you to, like, even realize what this wish fulfillment is. Because once you realize what you're capable of, right, you really, like, you can actually plan properly, what you need to do. This Nine of Cups could even be you, like, realizing your destiny. This Hierophant and the Nine of Cups, like, you're realizing, like, what you're meant to do in this lifetime. Okay, now, the first card up here we have is the Seven of Pentacles. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Sun. This is exactly like what I was talking about with the Oracle cards. I definitely, you get the vibe that you're, as you've gone through this healing journey, you've been on this healing path, right? And you've learned everything. Like, well, maybe not, you didn't learn everything, but like, you have all of this like deep knowledge now, and that's really causing you to take a look at your life, right? And figure out what is and is not working for you, what you should keep around, or maybe even who you should keep around, and what or who you should let go, so that you can find this balance within the self, within your life, creating a balance of energies like in the universe. And that's what's going to help you to reach this state of pure like bliss and joy and happiness, right? Where you're finding this within yourself, within your life. This is not, relating to anything external to you. This is literally you genuinely enjoying your own, like, spending time with yourself, right? Learning about yourself, what truly makes you feel fulfilled, what truly makes you happy, brings you joy, what truly lights you up. Okay. So next up here we have the Three of Cups. And now, in the tarot, right, grapes represent something that is difficult to grow. Something that, could very well take some time to bring about. And then we have the Two of Cups, along with Temperance. Yeah, I definitely get the vibe that, like, you are becoming, like, a master manifester here, because not only do we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck, as well as the Magician, and then now to have Temperance out here, which is a card that speaks to a sort of, like, transmuting of energies, right? Like, I feel like you are just, like, manifesting here your wish fulfillment. And, that's what's really, I feel like, bringing about this sun energy into your life. Like, understanding how the universe works, understanding that, helping you to understand that you already have everything you need to create that, ideal life that you would like to live. That's what really is gonna here maybe even make you feel like there is a cause for celebration. You know, because I definitely get that it's been a long and difficult road to where you're here, to where you're here, to where you are going, and you may even already be there. You know, everything I speak about here, you could have already gone through, you could currently be going through, or you very soon will be going through. So take whatever resonates, right? It's going to be different for everybody because this is a general reading. But yeah, back to the reading. You know, with this Three of Cups, this Three of Cups, and then to have the Two of Cups afterwards, okay. I definitely get that you could be, you know, celebrating yourself, honestly, because this Two of Cups, and lately I've really been drawn to, okay, how there's the moon, or rather a moon, up top the card, and then right underneath that moon is a sword made out of stars that is going into one of the cups. And, you know, to me, that really represents like a spiritual journey, like an illumination of truths about yourself, right? And that's really what allows you to be so connected with yourself and put you in that Hierophant energy, to put you in that magician energy, to have that understanding, to, you know, then bring you to Temperance here, where you're just changing shit up in your life. Like I feel like you're making a whole ass 360 here. Like now that you have all of this understanding about, you know, manifestation as well as yourself and what you're fully capable of, you know, I feel like Temperance here in secret, you know, you could be a part of this this plan here, could have to do with you, you know, changing a lot of things in your life. This transformation is not only within you, because, you know, what happens within shows without, right? What happens with the internal is really noticeable from the external. Alright, now, next up we have the Eight of Pentacles. If I could get it up off the mat here, there we go. We have the Eight of Pentacles, and then we have the 10 of Wands. Are we gonna focus? No, other card, rude. Here we go. Alright, the 10 of Wands, and then we have the Knight of Cups. Hey. Alright, now that could speak to a few things, and we'll discuss that in a moment. But, you know, with this Eight of Pentacles to this 10 of Wands here, I feel like, you know, as you're doing all of this inner work here, right, you're very dedicated to this healing. You're very committed to this personal work. And that's what's helping you to shed a lot of these burdens, right? Because a lot of, how do you put this? It's like, again, how I was speaking about, you know, like the influence of society, the influence of like your family and how you're raised and stuff like that. I feel like that sort of stuff has really just been like weighing you down and causing you to be someone you're not. Like I definitely get the vibe that you're someone who could have been a people pleaser, like a major people pleaser, right? You found pleasure in, you know, helping others and making their lives easier, even though at the same time that was making your life much more difficult, because then you didn't have that time for yourself, the energy for yourself, because you're constantly putting your time and energy into others to satisfy them. And, you know, it's like you're lying to yourself when you're saying that, you know, doing that sort of stuff for others was satisfying you, because all it was doing was depleting you. All it was doing was weighing you down and keeping you stagnant. Which is why, you know, I feel like this transformation is excuse me, that's why I feel this transformation coming through like so strongly. Like that's why I feel like this celebration, this like this recognition, right, for everything that you've been through here, and everything that you are like learning about yourself, that's allowing you to make these changes both internally and externally. Like, this was all for you, even though in the process, before having that particular understanding, it most certainly felt like it was happening to you. But I feel like, once you reach this, like, this temperance energy, or that, like, hierophant or even magician energy, you realize, this was all happening for you. Now, this Knight of Cups. Alright, let's have a little chat, alright, about this Knight of Cups. Now, this could be, because I definitely, in the beginning, got a vibe about a sort of intimate connection. Okay. And that could very well be this individual, either an individual coming towards you to give you an offer, or you going towards a particular individual to bring them an offer of love, because now you're in this very good place to where you're very independent, you're very, like, self-reliant, you don't have a toxic view of connections and relationships, and you have that full understanding of what you require as an individual in order to feel fulfilled in a connection, not only with but outside of yourself, which this Two of Cups could all. Alright, sorry about that, my battery had died. Now, I can't remember exactly where I was at. I know I was talking about something with the Two of Cups here. I think I was going into how, a lot of people, they see the Two of Cups as talking about, like, a relationship, right? Like, two people connecting emotionally. But this could also talk about the connection with self, right? And that's why I get, with the moon and then the sword and everything, like, in the one cup, like, this could be one of two things, okay? This could be speaking to you, like the being honest with yourself, right? Illuminating certain aspects about yourself that you need to change, that will then attract, this other cup. Or, it's like your higher self here is the one that's pointing out and illuminating all these, truths about you that may not be too pretty, but are necessary to change in order for you to reach, like, a particular state of being, aka that hierophant and magician energy, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, so either, you or this person are going to be making an offer towards the other because of all of this, positivity here that's surrounding you. Maybe you guys will end up, seeing each other at this celebration. Maybe you guys will reconnect. And then that would lead to, this Two of Cups here. And then with Temperance, really changing up the energy there. And then to have the Eight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands could be, putting work, putting work, right, into the self, into this connection with you, but also possibly maybe even this connection with this other person, and that lifting a lot of shit off your shoulders. Okay, making you feel a lot lighter, like you can do so much more, and that's what's gonna allow you here to make that offer. And I mean, this could also speak to, the realization of the things that truly fulfill you, that truly make you happy, and planning, well, not planning, but like making the moves towards that, right? Because with that, we also have that Knight of Cups, which is wish fulfillment, which to me, can also, like, wish fulfillment, a lot of people will look at as like romantic, another person, but I feel like, wish fulfillment can also be, realizing, now that you've undergone all of this internal transformation and you're like a completely different person, right? You could have had an idea of what you wanted your life to be like before this, but now you have a whole new vision for that. So with the Knight of Cups, right, that could be your pursuance of that new version of your life that you would like, where it's just filled with things that fulfill you there. It's filled with that joy, that happiness, celebration, being surrounded by friends and family, and having that special somebody, right? It could be so many things, and what that speaks to in particular will be particular to you and your personal situation and such, and things that you have going on there. All right, Libra, these are the messages that I have for you today, and I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.